Hi, I'm Tom. This is Lucy, and this is Kitty Help Desk. So today I wanted to talk just a moment about the concept of getting versus giving. When we adopt a pet and bring a pet into our home, I hope that most people approach that from the point of view of giving. But there is an aspect of it where we want to get something in return. We want affection and attention. Maybe we want a distraction. Maybe we want entertainment. I can really, I think a lot about this. The house I live in was built in 1927. There wasn't a lot of home entertainment back then. And I just imagine, the people living here having cats and those cats providing hours and hours of amusement for them and maybe their children, because they just are an endless font of ongoing interaction and surprise and happiness and joy every day, and challenges as well. And that's part of entertainment too, right? But it's important to understand that the primary role we have in a cat's eye is as a provider. That cats are going to be looking to us for all of the things that they need because we generally set a precedent that we're going to provide those things. If we bring a cat into our home and we provide them with food and water and shelter and a litter box and care and attention and affection, they come to rely on us for those things. And a cat doesn't have enough mental processing power to think of that give and take as an exchange. They just see us almost like a small child would see their parent. This is someone that is always here. This is someone who always provides for me. I assume they're going to continue to provide for me, and I'm going to I'll be here and do my part. Children, likewise, I don't often think of giving back to their parents. I think sometimes as children we get prompted to think that way, around gift giving season or different holidays and things. But that doesn't come instinctually driven. It's something that we learn as children as we get older, that when someone does something for us, it's good to, pay them back in some way. Cats can't think that way. And so when they don't seem interested in particularly offering affection or attention back to us at a given time, it's really important not to think of that as a rejection of sorts. Sometimes people will adopt cats and they expect them to be lap cats immediately. And when the cat turns out not to be that personality type, a person can sometimes feel hurt by that. It's important not to get your feelings hurt over that kind of thing, because that's just in that cat's nature. Many cats really enjoy sitting on a person's lap. Many do not. It doesn't mean that they dislike you anymore. I bring all of this up just because after we lost Mina, it was a bit of a difficult transition. It still is. Mina was more giving than most of the cats that I've met. And I think that was less a function of her thinking of it in those terms and more a function of her just not want all the time, not being driven by that, because from a very early age, she always had everything that she wanted and needed. And contrast that with a cat like Lucy here. Lucy is a wonderful cat, but she really missed out early on in life. She nearly starved alone, trapped in an old tire that was over on its side. She was stuck in a tire, and a friend of mine found her. And that experience has welded itself into her brain and made her highly food motivated and made her where she is constantly sort of begging. She's constantly trying to get another morsel of food. I think of people who grew up in the Depression in this way. Sometimes there are people who grew up in the Depression who become extremely neurotic about money and terrified that they're not going to have enough money even when they have plenty. Lucy is a little like that. She has plenty of food in her meals every day, lots of treats, lots of fun games to play to earn more every single day, and yet it's never really enough. And she's always angling to get more. So in that regard, I love her dearly, and I really like the affection that she does offer. But she's not a lap cat, and she probably never will be, whereas Mina would come, and every evening she would sit on my lap. And to be honest, I've missed that a lot, but I'm learning to accept Lucy as she is and to appreciate the gifts that she gives that Mina really wasn't capable of. And I think that's what's important with every cat, that we have to evaluate them for who they are. Let's just be honest, that's really the way we should approach all people too. If we could just accept them for who they are and meet them where they are right now, we'd all be a lot happier. But when we try to make everyone like ourselves, or when we try to make our cats behave the way we think cats should behave, we're just doomed to fail, because each cat is an individual. And their personality, while it is greatly influenced by their instincts as a cat, it is also influenced by their learned behaviors and by their innate personalities. And it's important just to accept them as that package exists. And then if we need to help them to adapt their behaviors, then we can do so. But I don't think it's fair to them to approach them from the point of view of what you should be giving me, which is honestly the way some people approach their pets. They think of them as, well, what did I get out of this? I do all this work and I clean this litter box and I buy all the food, and what do I get? Well, what you get is the opportunity to offer yourself freely without charge to another living being and help them to survive in a world that's often difficult for all of us to survive in. And that in and of itself should be enough reward. And on top of that, you get some head scritches and some petting and some fun and some entertainment along the way. Isn't that enough? Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.